Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Acheampong and I'm here to bring you another episode of Dutchies in Ghana, where I visit people who are from my hometown who also live in Ghana. And today's guest is Chris Kasoamura. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Kasoamura.
Kasoamura. That's a very nice name.
Yeah.
It has like a Moroccan kind of twist in it. I like it.
Yeah, more Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, that's what,
the
yeah.
Kasa aspect of it.
Yeah.
And the Samora is, so a combination of both.
Yeah.
That. You're right.
Very nice. So Mr. Chris is not only a hotel owner, a businessman, father of 6, and a very big man in his community. Thank you so much for being on my channel today.
Thank you for hosting and inviting me.
Yes. So can you tell us where your story began? Where were you born and raised?
I was born here in Ghana, in Accra, but my family lived in the middle of the country, in Ashanti and the Bron Ahafo. So actually, I was, as a kid, began my life in Bichim, which is in the Bron Ahafo region, and later on in the early years, I moved to join my father and my mom, who were living in Kumasi. So at a point in time, I was living with my mom's sister over there and schooling. So then I moved back to Kumasi to join my parents. And then there I started my secondary education. And before I moved out of Ghana to the Netherlands.
And why the Netherlands? How did you come about that?
I had a friend who already lived in Amsterdam, and we had lots of communication. And I think growing up, Holland had a lot of positive impact on people because trade between Holland and Ghana has always been very strong.
Yes.
Even as at now, you see a lot of vehicles on the road,
who come from the Netherlands. Yes.
Yeah, inscriptions.
Yes, I've seen that.
So you can tell readily that this is from Holland. So it's not for anything, but when you live in such an environment and people also travel between Ghana and Holland, people that are new in my community, so you kind of start thinking that way. Perhaps it's a good place to be.
Yeah. And how old were you when you went to the Netherlands?
23.
Okay. And from you living in Kumasi and Accra, was it your first time being outside of Ghana?
No.
Okay.
I had traveled to Togo, which is a neighboring state to Ghana, as a first time, first experience traveling outside Ghana. And I also traveled briefly to Nigeria then, in 1984, for a couple of months. And then, so I had that experience. But of course, that experience
is different from a Western world.
Exactly.
So how did you find the environment going to the Netherlands?
When you want to travel to a place, your mindset is already positive about the place.
Okay.
So once you are there, it is more like a relief.
Okay.
It takes time for a lot of realities to sink in. So initially when I was there, it was like a big relief. Okay, finally I'm here. So, wow, a dream came true. Yeah. So, but it took a while before, all the everyday realities, positive or negative, then you begin confronting them. Your mind starts kind of thinking through about all these things, and then you begin drawing conclusions. Yeah. So that is what it was.
And in the Netherlands, did you learn how to speak Dutch?
Yes.
Or what did you use for communication?
Of course, initially you can't just spring up speaking Dutch.
Yes.
But the advantage is that I come from English-speaking country, and in Holland, it is taken for granted because a lot of people speak English.
True.
Yeah, so communication wasn't problem.
Yes.
But I felt like I should still have to do more and study Dutch. So I
Okay.
started school in Hilversum.
Okay.
Yeah, Dag and Avond Mafu.
Okay, nice.
And then continued in Utrecht. Yeah, so for a while. And the rest of it, I did it on my own.
Wow.
Trying, speaking to people at workplaces.
Yeah.
You know, news, that kind of thing. Speaking to the kids and all that. Yeah.
So then you were 23, you've learned the language, you are in school. What did your life look like in the years that you were in the Netherlands?
I must say that generally speaking, you know, on the aggregate, it was a good one. Yeah, I think Holland taught me a whole lot of things that later on came to influence my life positively.
Okay.
Know. So there are a lot of good stuff, you know, that I learned whilst in Holland, and of course there are other things that we can still talk about. But like all societies, it's never perfect.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is when people are able to do self-examination and realize that, you know, this is who we are. These are our perfect situations and our imperfections, and we deal with them. That is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you meet your partner in Holland, or how did that come about? Because you have 6 children.
Yes. Now, it's a partner that we were in school together.
Okay. In Ghana?
In Ghana,
Okay.
yes. So when I left, then she came up later.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So we had a reunion, and then we continued life.
Yeah. So what's it like raising Ghanaian children in the Netherlands? Did you find any struggles or difficulties?
Yes, I think most cases, you know, for the average Dutch family, most of the process is raising a child. It's something that, you know, comes quite automatic. But here we are in it from a different environment, different culture, a whole lot of mindset different from the average Dutch situation. And now you have to groom your child to fit the Dutch situation. That in and itself is a problem. So you then have to put in a lot more effort and more focus to be able to train your child. It needs more time, it needs more resources. But here you are in a society where you are at the bottom of the ladder in terms of income. So you want to work extra hours to be able to do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And that is going to cost you time that you could have spent with your children.
Yeah.
And so it creates a unique, you know, situation, and it somehow becomes a cycle. So how you're going to break it then becomes a problem. So you need to really figure out how to do this. And like you asked, it wasn't easy.
I can imagine. I can imagine. But here we are, very much fast forward. We have a beautiful big hotel, which is under renovation right now. That's the construction that you hear.
Yeah.
So I take it that you have never forgotten about Ghana
No.
while you were in the Netherlands.
No, because I grew up in Ghana, I always had that attachment back to Ghana. My parents were still living then. I had siblings who were still in Ghana. And later on, I was involved in trade, import, export. So I exported stuff, mostly food items from Ghana to the Netherlands. And I exported from the Netherlands mostly electronic stuff, you know, back to Ghana.
Yes.
And so I most often had to travel in between the two countries. So that helped me also keep my connection with Ghana all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
So how did you come about thinking of building a hotel?
Actually, I didn't build a hotel from start. It was a house. I built a house for the family because if we ever wanted to go on holidays, for me, Ghana was the first option.
Yes.
And so, in order to make life easy for us when we were on holidays, we needed to have a home instead of living in hotels. So, I invested over years to build a residence for ourselves. And now the residence was put in place, but we were living in Holland. And when you have such a big residence of 8 rooms initially, then friends would always want to, live in when they are on holidays as well. They know you have it. So friends will ask, okay, can I stay
there,
in your
yes.
place for a month whilst I'm on holiday in Ghana? So it started like that, and then it kept on going. So a lot of people were coming in and going out, and then so that really gave me that idea that perhaps I might as well commercialize, the
house.
the house
Yeah.
and make money out of it, because
Yeah.
that was what was happening anyway. So every time different people coming and going and all that,
Yeah.
and so I decided that, okay, then let me just upgrade it into a hotel status
Yeah.
and try my hand on that. So the hotel business was actually accidental.
Yes.
It wasn't something that I had never worked in a hotel.
Okay.
So I didn't have a clue, But I spent 1.5 years in another hotel here in Ghana.
Okay.
On attachment, learning
How
the
to
trade,
run,
the
yes.
skills, all the pitfalls, and
Yes.
how to go about it. So for 1.5 years, I stayed in Ghana, and every morning I went to the hotel with my laptop.
Oh, wow.
And then
To
so I
learn.
learned
how to do the business.
how to do the business.
Okay.
Before I finished the reconstruction from the house to the hotel.
Yes.
And
yes.
so when I opened, I already had enough knowledge to be able to to go about business.
Okay. My driver and my cameraman, while coming here, I told them we're going to Hotel Kasoamura, and the first thing they said, party! This is where they remember that you used to party when I think they were in secondary school.
Oh, okay, that's lovely. Yeah.
They told me they had a really nice time.
A lot of memories. Yes.
Yeah. So because we are in a prime area location, but I think back in the days there wasn't really much around here. So how did you come to choose of this location?
When I chose here, the hotel business wasn't part of the plan
it was
at all,
the
like
house.
I explained. Was the house. But even then, the house, it wasn't for any commercial thing. So actually, I chose a little bit outskirts.
Yes.
Where you could have a more
calmer area.
Yes. There were no roads here. There were only few houses far in between. But that was okay for me. I could only drive to the highway, step down, and walk the distance to this place.
Okay.
Yeah. And well, that was it. Fast forward to now. It's obvious. It's become a center
Prime real
of
estate.
a really prime location.
Yeah.
And because we do a lot of events besides the hotel accommodation that we deliver. We have this AstroTurf. It can contain up to 500 people.
Okay.
So it's good for corporate events and also individual events, of course. We have the restaurant, the bar, poolside here. They've all witnessed various events. So I'm not surprised that
a lot of people know this place.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So over the years, you've seen. I take it that you still lived in Holland, right? So you just came to Ghana from time to time, and you've seen this place grow. Would you say that Ghana is a good place to invest or build a business?
It depends for who. Is it for Ghanaians or is it generally for anybody at all?
Well, I think it's just a general question. I get so many people saying that, I think the Western world has a really different mindset of what Africa is. They see Africa as poor, malnourished children. We don't have roads and all of that. While I see that a lot of people here are thriving and actually have more assets because there's no mortgage. Anything you have, you own.
Exactly.
So what would your advice be to somebody looking at the video and thinking, wow, this man really made something out of his life? Is it worth it?
Yeah, it is worth it, because one important thing you just said is everything that you see here has got no bank component.
Yeah.
It's not money from the bank. It's from running the. And when we started, it wasn't like this. You know, we started with 18 rooms. Okay, now we have 25 rooms. We didn't have a restaurant. We didn't have the bar. We didn't have the AstroTurf. All these things came later.
Yeah.
And those investments came from operations from the 18-bedroom hotel.
Yeah.
And now we intend growing. In fact, if it were not because of COVID, which really battered us for the last 2 years, which is so obvious, you know, we could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
And now, because we closed down, because the airports were closed, we went on lockdown. Most of my clients are clients from outside the country. You know, so when it happened, I had no option but to close the hotel down, because I couldn't afford to pay my workers.
Yeah.
And I had 28 workers
wow.
on the payroll, and I couldn't afford that.
That's a big financial strain.
So I said, you all have to go home, and I closed it, hoping that in a couple of months, perhaps we could reopen. But then it's taking us more than, now it's 2 years.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, almost 2 years now. And now we are reopening. We have to renovate, because when a hotel building is standing idle for 2 years, you know, there are a whole lot of things that deteriorate.
Yeah.
So now we are forced to renovate again. And it's not money from the bank. It's from savings that the hotel made.
Yeah.
You know, so that actually is the problem. The problem, I mean, that is the issue. The problem, however, is the fact that the bank component is not attractive because of the interest rate that is
very
so high.
Yeah.
So if you can manage on your own and be very disciplined with the way that you manage your business, how you handle money, and those kind of things that are really important, you can make a lot of headways. And ultimately, it's your own money in a way.
Yeah.
So whether you take it from the bank and repay the bank, or you can build it on your own, more or less it's the same. The difference is that with the bank, maybe you go full speed, you can do a lot more within a short time, but then you have to wait to save your own money. But here is a situation where you go, it's slow, but then when you start, every money is coming to your pocket or your account. So whichever way you look at it, that is what it is. But economic, whether you want to invest in Ghana or not invest, I should say that it's no different from anywhere in the world. Because I operated my own business in Holland with the import-export business. So I learned a whole lot of things. And then here I have done this. I realized that the principles are the same. Only the environment changes things. So you have to first focus on understanding what the environment is, because you cannot transplant how things are done in Holland and bring it and just fix it here and feel that things should go on automatically. It doesn't work like that.
It's different.
Yes, you have to make adjustments here and there. And perhaps that is what people don't do. Maybe they feel like, okay, I've got an MBA in management and this and that, and I've managed big stuff in Amsterdam, so if I'm here, this is the way things. No, you need to really understand the local structures and the local environment, different ways of doing different stuff. So once you know that, then you will be able to figure out how you can, where to adjust and fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that brings me to my next question. What would you take from the Netherlands to Ghana, and vice versa? What is something from Ghana that you would like to take to the Netherlands?
First, from Netherlands to Ghana, I've taken a lot. You know, talking about the business stuff, there are a lot of things I learned in Holland about, first and foremost, discipline.
Okay.
That is key, because no matter how willing and, and, and how focused you focus on something, if the discipline is not there, your focus is gonna get shaky.
Yeah.
And your commitment is gonna wither away. So you really need discipline to be able to do whatever you want to do. And in this case, I think one thing that I learned in Holland that has really helped me is the discipline about how to organize yourself, whether it's business, socially, family, whatever. It's all about discipline. That is what I also take to my case. Just focus on the discipline.
Yeah.
Use your good conscience, know right and wrong. Always have the courage to choose what is right and be disciplined about it. Period.
That's very good.
And that is one thing that I know I learned from Holland.
Yeah.
Yes. And from Ghana to Holland, of course, when the COVID came, and the COVID is still raging here in Ghana, but I think the whole structure of how people relate to each other it's been a tremendous help in all this.
Yes.
People are, people are open to each other. People are connected to each other. It's not, we don't use technology, we use people connection. Relationships.
Yeah.
And it's always constantly moving. In Holland, people are more laid back. It's about their own. It's about their family inside their houses. The neighbor doesn't matter much. Yes. And that is one thing that I think Holland can learn from Ghana as well. And to open up the society.
Yeah.
That could be of tremendous, have tremendous impact.
Value, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say in 5 years, where do you see yourself in your hotel business? Would one of your kids be running this, or you will still be present?
Well, I wish one of the kids has enough interest to take over because it's come to stay, and we are growing. In fact, we have to. In next year, you have to add 20 rooms.
Oh wow!
Yes, that's the projection.
Wow.
Yes, because it has to go another floor, and that will be 20 rooms according to the plan.
Yeah.
So now we have 45 rooms.
Okay.
We have to have a presidential lodge.
Okay.
Yeah, here as well.
Okay.
We have to have 2 conference rooms.
Okay. Wow.
Over there, and so
really
all
expanding.
these, we need to expand.
Yeah.
And I need fresh,
set of eyes, young people. Yeah.
Young people. So whether it's my son who would like to take over, or it's management that we may have to entrust in their care to, to manage it, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as I have the energy to go on, I want to be involved in this. I'm the first person to wake up. I'm the last person to leave here, and I love what I'm doing.
That's the discipline part again.
I love so much what I'm doing.
Oh, good.
Because it's always bringing people to me. Different people are making new friends. I'm fortifying old friendships. People you haven't seen for a long time. Maybe they've traveled 20 years, 30 years, but they know I'm here. So one time you find people just showing up, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I love what I'm doing.
I wish you all the best in your endeavors. And if there's nobody ready to take over, I'll be here. Ghanaian youth these days, they're talking about, I don't really want to go back to Ghana. And I'm thinking, wow, some of those parents have really built businesses or houses, and they're just like, Ghana's not for me. You should come, you come.
You see, it's always the transfer of information. It's not structured. So they pick information from all sources, especially on internet.
Yeah.
And you know, on internet we have information overload, where people are just dumping in a whole lot of, you know, let me say, chaff. So to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff has always been a problem.
True, true.
And so, and the narrative has always been Africa or maybe Ghana. People don't even realize that Africa is of different countries.
Different countries,
and
yes.
they have different level of development.
Yeah.
You know, they just lump everything together, and that is Africa.
Yeah.
But if you are in Ghana, of course, there's still a lot to do. Yeah, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's really not bad.
I think so too.
And I think people are beginning to realize that.
Yeah.
So Ghana is now becoming an attraction for a whole lot of people. And that brings into mind what I'm trying to do now, because I'm trying to operate a package tour.
Okay.
Now from Holland. So people can come spend 10 days. We have a schedule. We bring them to tourist sites.
Oh, nice.
And then after 10 days, we see them off.
Yeah.
So we're setting up the website for that. Is in progress.
Okay.
And so people can go to the website very soon. It's visitghana.tours.
Okay.
And so they can see what they can see in Ghana.
Yes.
Yes. They pay a specific amount of money. It takes care of their visa, their airline tickets,
package, yeah.
and they can stay in this hotel. And then we can move them around every day to locations to visit. And after 10 days, they can go back to Holland.
Yeah.
And then, so every month, we will have 2 groups of 15 people each visiting Ghana.
Okay.
And so that is what, in fact, we could have started years back, but because of the COVID, yes, we put a stop to it. And now we are revamping it to be able to do that. So very soon, people can take full advantage of that. Yeah. If you're not sure, just come with us and we take you through the process.
Yeah.
After 10 days, if you go back to Holland, you process everything.
You have a real Ghana
then,
experience.
Yes. Then you can take a decision
Yeah.
whether what you read on internet is the case or what you have seen with your 2 eyes.
That's very good. Thank you very much for doing your
You're
part,
welcome.
and thank you for being on my channel.
Thank you.
I'll put all Mr. Kasoamura's information down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.